Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Sarika and this is Internet Famous. This week we are going to be continuing the whole thing of quarantine activities that you can do inside your house to keep you inside. And this time I'm going to have some shows and movies that you can watch on Netflix, and they are some of my favorites. These are not shows that you can find, like, that you're going to hear about a lot. A lot of these shows most people don't know about. I'm the type of person where I don't like to be on shows that everyone knows about, just because when you tell somebody, yeah, I do watch this show, and they're like, oh my God, did you see that episode where so-and-so died? It's like, no, bitch, I didn't watch that episode yet. But thank you for that. So for that reason, I don't watch shows when everybody else watches shows. I watch them either way before they get popular or after they get popular. But these shows are usually are shows that I've seen that no one else really watches. If you have seen them, let's talk about it. Hit me up on Tumblr, on Instagram, whatever. But if you haven't seen them, give them a try. These are all horror movies, horror shows that I really enjoy because I really like horror. I really like fiction. I like things of that sort. So let's jump right in. The first one I have for you is Z Nation. Z Nation is a Walking Dead parody, and it was on Sci-Fi, but now it's on Netflix, though, all seasons, and it is a completed series, unfortunately. But it's a very good show. I love it. What is his name? 10K. 10K is the best thing ever. I love 10K. You're gonna love this show. It is a zombie show. I like everything zombie, so you're really gonna like this show. If you liked Walking Dead, you're gonna love Z Nation. Then we have Black Summer. Black Summer is also zombie, but let me tell you, that thing is scary. That's the kind of scary that's like you're always in suspense, full of anxiety, something's always happening. And Black Summer is the type of zombie thing that's like, we don't band together because we all want each other to survive. It's like we're band together because we all just got trapped in this one place by the zombies, but they will all fuck each other over. So it's a very good show, but it has these plot twists towards the end of the season that you guys are gonna really, really love. I highly recommend Black Summer. Even if you are not a zombie fan, you should still watch Black Summer because it's fucking great. Then we have Kingdom. Kingdom is a Netflix original, and it has Bay from Sense8. If you didn't watch Sense8, you should. But Kingdom is also a zombie show. It is in Korean, but they have a audio English, and that audio English is so good. It doesn't even sound like a voiceover. So I completely, there's no reason for you to not watch this show. And Kingdom is unlike any other zombie show where, unlike the first two zombie shows that I told you about. But you guys should definitely give that one a try. Then we have Penny Dreadful. Penny Dreadful is not a zombie show, but it is a horror show. And it's based off of a mixture of the Portrait of Dorian Gray, Dracula, and Frankenstein. And two of those are like my favorite classic books. I liked Frankenstein, and I did like the Portrait of Dorian Gray. I actually never read Dracula because I don't like vampires. But this show is so good. It is very well casted. The acting is great. I really think that you guys will enjoy Penny Dreadful. It doesn't matter what kind of genres you usually like. Penny Dreadful is just the one. It has a lot of drama, has a lot of action, it has horror, it has romance. It's very good. Then we have Love, Death, and Robots. Love, Death, and Robots, again, is not zombies. And it kind of doesn't have to do a lot with robots, but it is basically like Black Mirror. If you like Black Mirror, you're going to like Love, Death, and Robots. Love, Death, and Robots is an animated series where every episode is a different story. A lot of it is horror, which is why I'm putting it in the horror category. But there are some episodes that are not really horror. And you are gonna like those episodes. They range from 6 minutes to 30 minutes at the most. Median is 17 minutes. So definitely give that one a try. Now, going on to movies, we have Insidious. I know everybody's gonna say, oh, yeah, I heard of Insidious, but I had to put Insidious on there because Insidious is such a great horror movie. It is such an amazing, well planned out horror movie. Doesn't matter how many times you watch Insidious, you always get something different from the movie. Like you peep something and then you're like, oh shoot, like I didn't notice that before. And then if you watch the second Insidious and then you go back and watch the first one, you're like, oh, that's where that came from. Like it's just really well planned out to the detail. Next we have The Silence. The Silence is like Bird Box or A Quiet Place. I'm gonna say more like A Quiet Place only because it's the same sense. It's that whole hearing thing that Bird Box and not that A Quiet Place has. So that one is, like I said, it's like one of the senses. There's something out there that's hunting people based off one of their senses, and the Silence is really good. You guys should honestly really give that a try. I know another movie that's similar to it. I'm not gonna recommend it because in the movie you never find out what the thing in the dark is. Like I know, like in Bird Box you don't either, but in this other one, it's like you really don't know anything about it. It only gives you like 3-day lifespan of what happens in this one family, but they never talked about what is out there, how like it affects people, anything. It's just like, oh yeah, we're staying inside now. So then we have Would You Rather. Would You Rather is on here because Would You Rather is actually very gory, super, super gory. And it's also like something that's like, if you think about it, this is something that could possibly be taking place right now. And there's people out there who might actually have to make these kinds of decisions. And if you really want to think about it, you know, like the butterfly effect, your decisions could be similar to these. And it just makes you really think like, damn, like, you know? But I was watching this with a couple of my friends and we were just sitting there like, you know, like, what would you have done in this situation? And once you hear like other people's points of views of it, it's like there was really no good choice, but both of them were good choices. It's like if there's a selfish way to think about it and there's a selfless way of thinking about it. But in this situation, it's like it doesn't matter which one you actually chose. Either you being selfish or you being selfless, same ending is gonna happen. So what would you rather do? So it's scary in that sense. Then we have Disaster LA. And I love Disaster LA because, first of all, the entire cast is highly attractive. The entire cast is highly attractive. And I watched this when I was in 7th grade. 7th grade. Not 7th grade. When I was in high school. I don't know why I said 7th grade. But I watched this, I think I was 17. Maybe that's why. But I watched this when I was in high school and it was amazing. Again, this is a horror zombie movie, a horror zombie movie. But also, like, you should just watch this mainly because whoever was directing that cameraman was like up here with the drama. Like they have some screen shots in there. It's like, why are you looking at the man's face for so long and there's no dialogue with a backdrop like that in the it's just hilarious. You guys need to give that one a try. But also it's a good horror. It has a really good story. So it's funny in some shots, but the overall story is just fantastically laid out. Then we have Cloverfield. Cloverfield, you might have looked that one up when you accidentally were looking for like Cloverfield Paradox or something. But Cloverfield is kind of like a Godzilla movie. They never call it Godzilla, but that shit look like Godzilla. But it's recorded seemingly like from a camcorder, and as you're watching, you're like, everybody dying is this nigga's fault. But the guy that, like, after you see this video and then you go watch the movie, the guy that you think it's his fault, it's not his fault. I'm telling you that right now. But go watch that and you're gonna super understand what I'm talking about. Next we have shows that deserve a second season or another season. And these are not all horror shows, but they are really good shows that are worth watching. They have no finish. They don't. I'm going to tell you that right now because I know a lot of people are like, well, I don't want to watch a show that that doesn't have an ending. Like it just gets canceled. I get that. 100% do. But these shows deserve to be watched. They deserve to be watched. The first one I have is Revolution. And I think Revolution was a CW show. I'm not sure. But it's basically about all electricity just disappearing from the world. Like everything just stops. Cars just stop. Airplanes fall out the sky. everything just suddenly stops, and then the world just plunges into anarchy, and then the story hits up like I think 10 years later. But the main character is really good, really badass, amazing actress. It is a very good story. I think it has like 2 seasons. It is worth watching. Please give it a try. It is amazing. Then we have The Mist, which is based off of Stephen King's book, The Mist. And it is, I don't know what else to say. Like, it's based off Stephen King's book, The Mist. It's almost exactly the same way. It does deserve a second season, though, because of all the drama that it has. Like, even if we don't ever find out what's in The Mist, I think it's worth it to, like, have a season just to wrap up that drama, because everything that happened was due to the drama that started before The Mist even got there. And I want to know who's gonna, like, I want to know how this continues, period. I just want to know how this continues. Then we have Star-Crossed. And Star-Crossed, if you like books, if you are a book reader like me, then you are going to love Star-Crossed, because Star-Crossed has that kind of romance that you usually find in books, and I really like it. Like I said before, I don't really do the romance in movies and stuff like that, but this one just really did it well for me, and I think mainly it's because it was about aliens. I didn't like Roswell too much, but this one just fit. And it's a really good storyline about aliens coming to Earth, and the government blocks off that section of Earth for the aliens. And then some years later, they start trying to slowly incorporate aliens into regular society. But things are a lot deeper than they seem, as is per usual. But it's worth giving it a try. It's a really good show. Then we have TideLands. TideLands is kind of like Sirens or Mermaids. I don't know what you really want to call it. I think it's Sirens. But that one is also a good show. It has 1 season. I think it came out like last year, and they said they were going to continue it, but I don't see it happening. I really don't, because I haven't seen any kind of movement or updates on a season 2. So I am going to have to put that down as something that doesn't have a second season, something that canceled. Then lastly, we have Bitten, and Bitten is based on a book, and it was really good. I actually haven't read the actual book, and that kind of makes me happy in this case, because the actual show was so good. So if I like the show that much, then I'm going to love the book. And again, this is a show that was canceled, and you could actually potentially stop after the first season, because if you get to the second season, then you're going to feel hurt of losing the show. But it is actually a Canadian show. It is still on Netflix, and I highly recommend you guys give that a try. Speaking of books, to end out my video, my book, Treachery, is actually free now until April 26th, so you guys should definitely give that a try. It's free on Amazon Kindle. Doesn't matter if you have Prime, Kindle Unlimited, whatever. It's just simply free. Please give that a try. Then if you guys want, if you have watched any of these shows or read my book or whatever, just want to talk about something, you guys can hit me up on Instagram. That is Black Zia, BLVCK_ZIAH. Also, you can hit me up on not Instagram. That was Instagram. Tumblr. Tumblr is author Sarika Amy. Author Sarika, my name. And then last, Amy is spelled AIME. So give those a try. Hit me up. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. Have a nice day, guys.